Hey, what's up? This is Mike.
And this is David from Disturbed. You're watching the Kerrang podcast.
On the Kerrang podcast this week, we've managed to get some lovely time with Mike and Dave from Disturbed. Hello! It's all wave. It's an early morning in London. People feeling a little bit fragile, a little bit jet lagged maybe, but happy to be here.
Very happy to be here.
Okay, we've been frying slightly in the Waters Conservatory, having a good time. Decided to talk today about deep sea diving. Enough to talk about albums. New album's out now, tour's going well, that's all you need to know. Deep sea diving and the Red Sea.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about diving and when your interest in that first began. People excited about
There you go. My interest in diving existed since I was a little boy, actually, and I only just started getting into it maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and it was actually my co-manager, Doogie Thompson, who I first went to the Bahamas with, and I took my written part of the certification prior to going out there and finished my open water dives in the Bahamas, and ever since then I've been hooked like crazy. It's just an amazing experience. It's weightlessness in an alien world. It's probably the closest thing to being in outer space.
Sure. Compared to sort of the life of bounding around on stage and thousands and thousands of people shouting very loudly at you, the calm and
very serene.
Yeah, serene
very
environment
peaceful.
of underwater. Maybe not something people would necessarily associate with David Draymond.
Well, I need to have my peace. It's important to have a little bit of calm and serenity when the rest of your life is so turbulent. Yin
and yang. What about yourself, Mike? On your downtime, what can you be found doing?
Riding my motorcycles.
Wow,
Probably the best thing I can think of right now.
How many do you have of them?
Not just the one.
Oh, just the one?
Yeah.
And what type of cycle?
That's a Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson. Alright. Are you part of any sort of slightly terrifying gang?
Just Disturbed.
Well, there you go. Other than the inevitable gang. And when did you first get into that?
A few years ago, David and I actually went and signed up for a course together and learned how to ride. We all bought bikes around the same time.
Alright, is there times when you just want to get off the tour bus then and get on your own bike and ride between venues?
Yeah, we used to bring our bikes with us. We used to have a trailer that sometimes we would bring the bikes when we had a chance, but it doesn't always work out. Schedules seem to be a little bit busier these days, but when I'm home, definitely like to get on those things and put some miles on the bikes.
Are there any other sort of hidden obsessions from other members of the band that you can reveal on the podcast today?
Hidden obsessions.
The downtime, other side of Disturbed.
Yeah, nothing that's all that juicy.
Is anybody a key fisherman at all?
To me, if I catch it, I gotta eat it. I'm not one of those guys that, I love the sea in general, but I'd rather look than fish. To me, sport fishing is kind of torturous. I don't really believe in it for myself personally, unless I'm gonna, like I said, if I'm gonna eat it, then fine. But to go ahead and catch a marlin to throw up on a wall, or to just scare the shit out of it and then release it back into the wild, it's not really my thing. I'm all about going out on a boat in the open ocean, but I'm very much a preservationist, and so I would kind of like want to leave them alone.
And from what I remember, you don't actually like seafood, eating it.
Oh, I love seafood.
Oh,
I thought
I've
kind of, well, those things kind of bother me.
Okay.
Anything with more than 4 legs, I don't really want to eat.
Okay. So if we found a random 5-legged zebra in a field, just
that probably wouldn't appeal to me.
No. Okay. In which case, I'll remember that. Strike that off the menu for next year's big festival that we're going to plan. I will go to the music now very briefly. It seems like a good thing to do. The new album, Indestructible, very, very exciting. Everybody's going crazy for it.
They've been very, very exuberant about it. We've been very happy about the response.
Okay, and I particularly remember the sort of download performance, the huge banner that was up with the kind of flaming man. Where did that image first come from?
The guy.
The guy.
The guy. The guy was born in the very, very early inceptive days of Disturbed, when we were still a local band trying to push our merchandise, and we needed an icon, an image, a symbol. And I kind of sat down with a buddy of mine who was a graphic arts guy, and said, hey, we need something. He's like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, well, how about just a face? And he's like, well, what kind of a face? And so I made this face, arched one eyebrow and made a weird smile, and he kind of did it stick figure-like on the computer, and then distorted it with some sort of graphics program. And I looked at it, and I'm like, wow, that's good. Let's use that. And I showed it to the guys, and they liked it, and we kind of ran with it. And then it was a two-dimensional image. And when the 10,000 Fists record came, we enlisted the services of Todd McFarlane to kind of make the guy a three-dimensional icon. He named the guy from Mikey's nephew, actually, who used to kind of be afraid of the face and kind of say, hey, is that the guy? Call it the guy. And the name just stuck after a while.
How many tattoos have you seen of that, the guy?
Oh, countless. I don't even think you could put a number on it.
Yeah, tons.
Everywhere.
So when you see that sort of, made permanent on someone else's skin, you think it came from an original idea from a stick figure on a computer.
Yeah.
Is that kind of slightly intimidating, knowing that those decisions that you make end up on people?
There are many parts of our career that are intimidating and very surreal to us, whether it's an image of that, or an image of the Believe symbol from the Believe record, or whether it's even an image of our actual faces, which we've seen too, on people's bosoms, on people's arms. I mean, God knows. So it's very weird when somebody wants to put a likeness of yourself on their body on a permanent basis.
Have you seen ones that are done kind of slightly badly?
Yeah, one or two that weren't the best renditions. But some of them are amazing, and just to see that kind of dedication is very, very flattering and very overwhelming.
All right, as a final question then, if you had to get one other rock star's face tattooed upon you this afternoon, who would you pick?
I'd have to get David's.
Just there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I put David's right over my heart.
Yeah, there you go.
And you?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Gene Simmons, kind of chess piece?
Nah, he was mean to me in Vegas, so he doesn't deserve a place on my skin.
No chance, Gene, you're out.
No, it was weird. I met him at a radio event in Vegas and went up to him and I said, oh, Gene, big fan, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, well, yeah, you and everybody else. Okay.
Really?
And then I kind of swore at him in Hebrew, and all of a sudden, his demeanor changed immediately the minute that he found out that I spoke Hebrew. Oh, you speak Hebrew, because he's Israeli too.
Even though you swear words to kind of break down that barrier.
No, I called him a son of a whore. So
how do you say that in Hebrew?
Ben Zonah.
Ben Zonah.
Yeah.
Don't use that phrase at home, kids, if anybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, so no Gene Simmons, but a lovely picture of David. Across your arm. Next time we'll see that on the podcast.
Maybe Ozzy.
Okay.
I might do Ozzy.
In what era?
Maybe Bark at the Moon.
I was going to say Wolfman. That would work really awesome.
That would work for me.
Alright, thank you very much, Disturbed. Nice to see you again. See you soon.